Thanks for watching this CallTower tutorial on Webex Chat. And in this video, we'll be going over Webex persistent chat, how to share a file, send gifts, make a call, flag a conversation for follow-up, schedule a meeting from a chat. Then we'll go into Webex Spaces, how to create a Webex space and some of the ins and outs of that space, and then also how to start a meeting within your space. All right, well, let's go over persistent chat with the Webex application. So on the left-hand side, the first icon is going to be your chat icon or persistent chat, like I like to mention. And what I mean by persistent chat is if you close the application traditionally in the past, that conversation was gone. With persistent chat, you have the whole history. So that's what you're going to see moving forward is persistent chat. So you can see conversations from today, from yesterday, and months past. So on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see all your chats. Now you can break that down by different filters by just going and clicking on direct. So any one-to-one would be a direct chat. Any what you call spaces, think of those as little huddle rooms or specific spaces for projects or products. And then over here on the right-hand side, you're going to be able to filter. So you can filter by unread messages, any messages that you've marked as favorite or hidden messages, any messages that have mentioned you specifically. You can flag specific conversations for follow-up later, and then you can also set up favorites. So people that you constantly speak to, they may be your favorite, so you're always able to go back to those conversations if you need to in the past. So let's focus kind of more over here in the middle of the applications. From here, you can see I've got a conversation with Suzanne. At any point, I can click on share a file. That's going to be able to bring up my file explorer for my PC or from my Mac. I can send pictures. I can also initiate a call from here. So maybe we're talking and we need to make a phone call. But you know what? It's probably better if I just call you instead of typing, right? I'll make a call. Let's say I've got a conversation from Suzanne, right? I can obviously add an emoji. I can start a new thread. I can also forward this message to another user in my company. And if I wanted to, I can also flag this conversation for follow-up, mark it unread, or even pin the message. And then on the bottom here, I'm going to have kind of those same options and just this, in different icons, right? There's multiple ways to do this in WebEx, right? So again, I can file an attachment. I can do screen capture, right? I can change my font here, right? Emojis, GIFs, @mentions, right? And then even send an invite. So from here, I can do it from here. Or also, if you look on the top right-hand corner, I can share content with Suzanne. I can initiate a phone call. I can also initiate a video call. And then I can star her as a favorite. But I can also see any content that I've shared with her in the past. So if we've exchanged files, right, I can look at that. I can also start a whiteboard. So I can click on whiteboard and start drawing if I need to draw something out, maybe a call flow or project timeline. I can also even provide links. And if I need to, I can actually schedule a meeting. So from here, I can just click on schedule a meeting, right? It's going to bring up the meetings portion of WebEx, and it's going to be kind of that same process. Put in the title of the meeting, select your time and date, potentially change the time zone on that, maybe put an agenda in addition to the description, maybe add or invite additional folks, and then look at my schedule to see if I have available slot. Once I've selected it, I can hit schedule and get that taken care of. That's going to go ahead and send that out. And that is your chat portion within WebEx. WebEx Spaces. So let's go ahead and go over that and go into a little bit more detail. So on the left-hand side of your WebEx application, you're going to see your chat or persistent chat section, and just below that is going to be your spaces. So think of spaces as like a personal conference room, personal huddle rooms for your teams to meet and collaborate. So you can have video meetings, calls, share tasks and applications and content, and easily communicate to your team members, right? For either for a project or a product rollout or for development. So as you can see here, I can see all my teams that I'm a part of right now. We'll go into building out a team's room, but I'll go into the CallTower marketing team, and within the team you can create multiple spaces. So you may have a marketing project for, let's say, Cisco, or another project for Microsoft Teams, and another project. So these little spaces within spaces, right? If you can think of that. So I'm just going to go into our general marketing group here, and I can see again any messages or documentation, any communication that is persistent. It's stored in in this room. Any messages are again searchable. I can see who the members are from here. I can always click on a member, and if I have a question, I can message them. I can call them. I can create a video call. At any time, if I wanted to meet with the group, I can just go up here and click on meet, and this is going to send out basically a call to everybody to join in at this time. But again, this is any of the members here. I can reach out to the members individually. Any content that's been shared within that group is there. So any files, as you can see, there's been some file sharing. If there's been any whiteboard or any drawing, those whiteboards, those sketches will be there. So call flows, things like that might be in there. And then if I wanted to schedule a call, so this would be a meet, like an ad hoc. Let's get a meeting going right now. Let's get everybody going. But if I wanted to schedule a call for that group, I can just click on the schedule in here, click on schedule a meeting, and it's going to launch the meeting portion of WebEx. And then again, I can select the topic, the date, the time zone. It's going to throw in the meeting information, as well as I can also attach an agenda. It's going to show me all my invitees or attendees, and then I can remove those or add more by typing in the person's name. And then the system will look at my calendar and it'll show me what available spots I have. So I'm going to go ahead and right now I'm unavailable at that time, but if I pick, let's say, 9 o'clock, or trying to pick another time here. So this is for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and then there you go, and pick out a time, and it's going to let me go. And then I can let's make that to an hour. As you can see here, it changes from half an hour to an hour, and I can hit schedule, and that's going to send out a meeting invite to all those folks. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that today for this demo, but that is how you would schedule a meeting within your WebEx spaces. Lastly, let's go over just creating a space within your WebEx app. And it is as simple as just hitting the plus icon here within the Teams or WebEx Teams/Spaces section. So I'll go ahead and click on that. This team that we're going to create here, I can just name that team. We're just going to do a demo, and we're going to talk about products in this, and we're going to add folks to this team. So I collaborate with Chris Lee, so I'm just going to go ahead and type in Chris Lee, or you can type in the email if it's somebody external. So let's go ahead and get Chris Lee in here. There he is, right? Once I've done that, I'm going to create that room, and he's going to get an email notifying him that he's part of that team. So in here, now we've got a general room. Now I can create additional spaces. So maybe we're doing a general communication, but if I wanted to do maybe on a specific product line, I can create multiple teams within a team, if that makes sense. But in that in that team right now, I have the ability to obviously share files, send gifts, add people, escalate and meet just like I would in the previous video when you're actually a member of that team. And so that is how you can create a team in the Webex app.